Now, obviously, no new media ever seems to fully kill an old media. But things just become much and much more dispersed with regards to the attention of marketers and advertisers and agencies. So of the channels that are sort of considered old traditional media channels, which are going to get hurt worst by the shift to the newer things, to the things that are hot, to the things that are proven to be working, where the eyeballs are going, where the ears are going?
I continue to be fascinated by Hulu. Hulu is to me just one of the most incredible things in the world that I'm just this morning watched the first half hour of Flash Forward, this new show on ABC that everyone's talking about. Hasn't even aired yet. And I saw the first half hour of it because they previewed it on Hulu, and I already set the TiVo to make sure I get the entire season. They did what they were supposed to do. It got me into it. And everyone said, well, no one's advertising on Hulu, no one's advertising. If it's being used as a marketing tool, it's doing its job very well. Where the eyeballs will fall, I haven't watched a show on television, on actual screen, actual television, for over a year. But I've gotten addicted to several comedies and dramas and things like that because TiVo has grabbed them and automatically sent them to my computer. I'm seeing a lot more of I guess, here's the thing, the TV is going to fall, but the content on the TV won't fall. Okay, the concept of having your viewers sit there and watch something in a predetermined space at a predetermined time is going to go away. How we choose to get our information will simply be how we choose to get our information that's relevant to us. For me, it's on an airplane. I watched the entire season of 24 on 3 international flights, which wasn't necessarily a good thing because I was there at one point going, no, the bomb's over. I have a lesson from seat 4B. I think that we will see television, the ubiquity of television, start to fade as more people start watching TV on the web and not thinking of it as, oh, I'm watching this on the web, but just I'm catching my show. It'll be less about watching TV and more about watching the content, more about watching your show.
So the 24 episodes that you watched, were they DVD'd, were they downloaded from YouTube, or were
TiVo
they
grabbed them. I TiVo'd them off my television. So I automatically grabbed the season. When my laptop was home and in range of the TiVo automatically said, hey, there's Peter's laptop. He just told me to wirelessly transfer all these shows to his laptop. And I was home at least once a week. Every week it would grab the latest show, I'd be back on the road and watch it on the plane.
Yeah, the reason I asked is obviously if the advertising method of supporting the fairly significant budget for producing 24 goes away, something's got to fill that void, right? So it could be pay-per-view, it could be a variety of things.
I think the paid concept is great because one of the things that I found is that, I was on the road at one point for 22 days in a row. I wasn't home. I was in 4 countries and 22 days in a row. And I missed a whole bunch of shows, and I was more than willing to pay $2.50, $3, $4 on iTunes and just grab them.
Right.
Maybe I'm different here, but I would here's $30, make sure that every time an episode shows up, it's on my computer. And that's a level of convenience that television's never had before. We have been slaves to the TV in the respect of, I have to be home by 7 to watch whatever. When I was growing up, Plastic Man was on at 3 o'clock on Channel 5, not Fox 5, but WNYW 5, before it was Fox. And I got to school at 2:45. God help you if you were in my path. As I was trying to get home from school to Plastic Man, God help you if you were in the way. Mom, the cat's in the way! And I watched Plastic Man. And I was a slave to the time slot that they chose. I had an intern last year, I guess the 08 Super Bowl. Yeah, the 07 Super Bowl that took place January of 08. I said, hey, we're having a party on Sunday. My parents will be there. Whatever, you want to come over and watch Super Bowl? He goes, sure, what time? Kickoff's at 6, so, come over. He said, cool, what time are you going to watch the game? Kickoff's at 6. He goes, oh, you're watching it in real time? And I never felt so old. As I did right there, I said, oh, yeah, we are, and then you're fired. I felt so old. He's of a generation where him and his friends are huge baseball fans. Their goal is to start watching the baseball game 10 minutes before it ends. And fast forward through the commentary and through the commercials and through the repeats, and their goal is to hit present time at the last possible pitch.
So people thought that sports and news were immune from the time shift.
Not at all.
But even sports and news are in trouble.